Ma première question, elle est d'ordre de souvenir d'enfance. Quel est votre premier souvenir mécanique, on va dire?
It's interesting because the first thing I remember on a bike is a crash.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah. I start to remember something when I was 7-8 years old, and I started riding bikes with 4 years old. And yeah, I remember a crash that is like
it was a high side.
No, it's like the real. I started with motocross. It was like a kind of high side, but without the high side. But
okay.
But yeah, that is the first memory. But of course, another good memory, and the first one is the weekends that we spent with the family. Was like going racing was not just go and do the race. Was like spend the weekends with a very small, was not a motorhome, was like a small camper.
Yeah,
and,
camping car.
Yeah, with the family, and that is the first memory.
Je crois que votre première moto, vous l'avez eue avant l'âge des 4 ans. Qu'est-ce que c'était comme machine?
I mean, my birthday is February, and I received on Christmas time the first bike with 3 years, with
almost 4.
Yeah, almost 4. And yeah, it was a Yamaha Peewee. It was a very. Okay. I think most of the riders started with Yamaha Peewee because on that time was
the classic bike.
Was the only bike, and yeah, we started with motocross with my father, and yeah, they told me that I was asking for Christmas time. I only want a motorbike, but a real bike, not battery bike. I want an engine bike.
I think you started racing at 4 years old, let's say the first race, but you weren't supposed to ride the bike before you were 5, so you weren't supposed to race. Is that true?
Yeah. It was I started with 4 years old, but the minimum age to start racing was 5 years old.
Okay.
And
this is not legal, actually.
Yeah, but it's true that that I did a race with 4 years and 10 months. In the end, was different times, you know. Was like some papers, and was like some friends that organized a race and Catalan Championship, and I raced there. It was an enduro race.
Okay.
But yeah, then with 5 years old, I started to race in enduro bikes, and then when I was 6 or 7, I don't remember exactly, I started the motocross championship. And I prefer to ride motocross in a closed circuit than enduro, and then I moved to motocross. And when I was 8, I tried the road racing, and then I was super lucky because one team, you know, bikes are expensive, and my family was and is, but especially was a normal family. I mean,
not poor, not rich.
Not poor, not rich, but just with to buy a small bike for a kid was okay.
It was an effort.
Was an effort. It was like the money that they supposed to spend in the holidays, they spent with the bikes, and then there was no holidays in my house. Was no holidays.
Only racing.
Only racing because the kids, me, and then my brother likes the bike. But I was super lucky that when I was 9 years old, one team catch me, and then I was free for my family. The biggest support that helps me to keep on growing.
Je crois que depuis tout petit, vous avez la réputation d'être un pilote qui a toujours mesuré la valeur de l'argent et la valeur de l'effort que ça a demandé à votre famille de vous faire rouler, en fait. Est-ce que c'est vrai? Est-ce que vous aviez déjà la mesure un peu de tout ça?
I mean, for me, this is super important, and I'm very thanks to my fathers to teach me. Because in the end, for example, right now, I can say to you, yeah, I can have money, but I know the value of the life. And my father teach me like this. I mean, for example, they always say to me, if you want to ride a bike, we cannot go to Disneyland, for example.
Okay, you had to make choices.
If you want to ride a bike, you cannot play, because also I like a lot the football, the soccer, and I was asking to my father, I want to play football with my friends, with a team, a local team.
Okay.
And my father say, choose your time and your money. I will use my money to your bikes, but you need to choose your time. You want to use your time with bikes or with football? I say, okay, bikes.
Bikes, okay.
And my father was not happy because I say, football maybe is less expensive, but
yeah, of course.
But also, you know, it's just example that my father's always tried to teach in a correct way the value of the life.
Quand est-ce que vous avez compris, vous étiez déjà très jeune, vous faisiez du motocross, donc sur des circuits donc de tout terrain. Quand est-ce que vous avez compris que vous étiez plus fait peut-être pour la vitesse, et donc peut-être le monde des grands prix, plutôt que pour le tout terrain?
You know, we were always going to train in a motocross circuit, and the owner of that circuit follow a lot the road racing world. And because he was just a big passionate and was a fan, but he was saying always to my father that this kid have the corner speed to go to road racing. I mean,
so it was, he looked at your corner speed and said, okay, this is a road racing
just
guy.
Try. And then in Catalonia start a promotion cup with a French bike that was a Conti.
Oh yeah, okay.
Was a French bike, and they started with a promotion cup that for was okay for a normal family. It was 3,000 euros, and you have everything: the bike, the leather suit, the helmet, the license,
the full package.
Full package. And then my father said, okay, we will try one year. I say I wanna race in motocross, because in motocross I was winning, and in road racing I was super small, and the Conti bike was big, and I was not winning and crashing a lot. But then when that team catch me and support me, my father say, okay, you love motocross, I like, but please continue in road racing, because that team say to me that will be free, they will invest in you, in yourself, and they say to me that you have a good skills to grow.
Vos premières courses, vous étiez apparemment si petit que votre père devait tenir la moto avant les départs, et du coup vous étiez obligé, règlement donc oblige, de partir dernier de toutes vos courses.
Yeah, that's true. As I told you before, I was super small, and I was 8 years old. I started on the last on the grid because I was not able to arrive with the feet in the ground.
Yeah.
And then my father hold me, and then when I start the race, I start behind.
You seem like a very gentle person, very sensitive, and you like your family, you like your brother, and you seem very nice guy. But you have a very hard reputation in the paddock, as if there is the Marc, the family guy, and the track guy, and the track guy isn't that cool. Let's say he's a bastard on the track. Is that true? How can you be so kind in life and so hard on the track?
I mean, I try to be gentle with the people, but in the end, you cannot be gentle with your competitors. It's like this. I mean, always you try to be correct, but always in the limit, because like this, the name is that competition. I mean, in a competition, you will try to win, and then what I'm doing on the racetrack is try to find the best to win, and try to attack when I won, when I can, and when I can is the correct word. Sometimes you won and you can't. So yeah, but it's true that then when I stop racing, I'm a normal guy, and
yeah, very nice guy.
no, I mean you cannot be nice to everybody, and you cannot be friendly to everybody. But always I try to take care about my people. This is something that yeah is one of my my character.
Yeah.
Just try to protect my people. But on racing, I'm looking there because it's a nice photo from racing. On racing, always I try to find the best compromise, and to ride on the limit, because the limit gives to you the adrenaline that our body needs.
Vous roulez avec votre frère, et à vous deux, vous avez marqué l'histoire de ce sport. Vice-champion du monde pour Alex, champion du monde pour vous, Marc. Qu'est-ce que ça fait de rouler avec son frère? Est-ce qu'on arrive à gérer? Est-ce que cette combativité que vous avez avec vos autres concurrents, vous avez exactement la même avec votre frère?
Competition is competition, but against your brother is a bit different.
A bit different.
A bit. In the end, always I try to defend my colors, Ducati Lenovo colors, and he's defending Gresini colors, but we don't have any secrets with us. And I mean, we always train together at home. Last year, for example, that was our best year. We finished first and second in the championship. We were living together, training together, same diet, same supplements, everything same. And but then on the racetrack, he was working with his team, I was working with my team. And but it's true that overtake your brother, overtake another rider, is a bit different. But always you attack, and you try to attack, and you try to find your best. But in the end, both of us understand. And beginning of last year, I say to him, I mean, your level this year is super high.
Yeah.
We will fight against. Just doesn't matter what happened in the track. That we will continue our relation as a brothers. We shake the hands and and like this. But for the people understand a bit, it's like in football. In football, you see two. I mean, in Spain, for example, Barça, Real Madrid. When they playing against, the players are just defending his colors, and then in a few months they will be in this summer in the World Cup together with the same selection and with the same team, and then they are super friendly. So with riders against riders is a bit same. We have a big competition out there, but then when finish the season, everybody is more friendly.
C'est quoi la vie concrètement d'un pilote MotoGP pendant la saison? En fait, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Quel est votre volume de sport dans la semaine? Est-ce que vous êtes extrêmement rigoureux ou est-ce qu'il y a un peu de lâcher prise aussi de temps en temps et un peu de plaisir?
So now, if you want to be a good MotoGP rider, that everybody feels there is a good rider, you are an athlete. I mean, an athlete means that the 24 hours in a day, you need to think about how improve your physical condition.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't mean train the 24 hours. I mean, means that you need to have a good diet, you need to eat the correct things, you need to train in a correct way with the correct team. For example, I get up more or less always at 7:30, 8, and then I have a good breakfast, and we have a cardio session. Can be cycling, can be motorbike session, maybe, can be running, and then take a rest, lunchtime. And then on the evening or afternoon, always we have some gym session of 1 hour and a half, and then rest again.
Okay.
I mean, this is a easy day.
En dehors du championnat et de donc cette vie très médiatisée que vous avez, c'est quoi la vie d'un pilote de Grand Prix, la vôtre notamment? Est-ce que vous partez en voyage? Est-ce que vous restez chez vous faire de la moto aussi, faire du sport tout le temps? Qui est le Marc Marquez en dehors de la saison?
It's important to disconnect a bit. You cannot be the 365 days in a year just thinking about the bikes. And then as a normal person, I have my girlfriend and I have my family, and then I can spend, normally I spend 1 week and a half holidays in summer, and then in winter we have a longer holidays that can be 2 weeks and a half, and then I like on that period, for example, on racing mode, I'm always very intense, as you say, and on holiday mode, I'm relaxed. I don't like to have a schedule. When I hate. I mean,
free schedule. You do what you want.
Yeah, I have a schedule in the circuit. I have a schedule in a race weekend. I have a schedule in my life. But on the holidays, I say to my girlfriend or to my family, please, just we will get up and we will understand what we will do. I don't want to have any strict plans. Merci.
Merci beaucoup, Marc. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.